All right, so hey, I'm back. So now what I'm going to do is just start putting all the tape back together. I guess I could test it. Yeah, you know what? Before I seal all this back and put some more Kapton tape on it, let me just test it and make sure it's working. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here's my power cord. In the last video, basically I just had a power cord and I got some alligator clips. Yeah, should I have put a switch here? I had one. I just haven't done it. You just got to be careful that you don't short this out. So I'll plug it in here. See if I can do this. Make sure these guys don't short out. Would not be a good day. Okay, so when I turn it on, we should see, oh man, I can't remember, I think 16 and then 50 something over here. Now remember, these are measuring, this is going to measure my center tap that's going to the 12 volt, plus or minus 12 volt, part of the amp that runs the input and the crossover and all that to the subwoofer. And this one over here is going to be measuring the voltage that's going to the actual amp. And all I'm doing right now is I'm going from center tap to one side. Same thing over here. I'd have to have 4 meters to get the whole thing. But anyway, here goes nothing. You're going to hear this kind of rattle a little bit because the bottom here, I tried to take it apart and I shouldn't have done that. So here we go. Let's see everything goes well. Now remember, that's in RMS. So 16.5 or 16.14 and 54.7. So, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the center tap to the other side. I'll switch them and let's see, we're getting about the same thing. So let me write that down in my tablet here. So we're getting 54.7 VAC and we're getting 16.13 VAC. Okay. All right. Let me unplug this. I mean, I could do it by while it's on. I could do this like this, but I don't want to try that. I'll do it. I'll turn it off. I'll move it over. Turn this guy off. Move it over. Okay, so now hopefully we'll get the same readings. Okay, here we go. Yep, we're getting pretty close to the same readings. We're getting let's see, 54.7 and 50 and 16.15. I'd say that's pretty darn close. Okay, so yeah, and it's humming because it forgot the words. Yeah, that's an old joke. All right, so now I'm just going to put this back together. All right, let me unplug it. Okay, so I'll put all this tape on this. I'll get all that going. Probably the next video is me putting it into the amp section and hoping that there's nothing else wrong with the amp. Hope that the amp comes alive, and at that point I'll bring out an oscilloscope and some a dummy load, and hopefully I'll run some music through it, and we'll be able to see it working. All right, be back in a bit. Okay, hey, so I put it all back together. At least this part. I still got to put the end caps of these guys. They're gonna go something like that, and they have some long screws that go all the way through. Got to tighten them real tight. So if there's another one on the other side. Okay. All right. So like I said, next time I'll be putting it together on the amplifier and hoping it works. See you in a bit. Okay, I put the transformer all back together, and you know what? Let me do something before I plug it in. I just want to check the input resistance. For S and G's is my... Okay, we're good. Because that's where I was working on mainly. My buddy Scotty from engineering school. Okay, let's see if that'll work right there. Okay, these are tapped off. This one's off the secondary, which is feeding the plus 12, minus 12. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Plug her in. No shorts, no shorts, no shorts. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, it's a little spark there. Okay, not sure what's going on. I may have, it's possible I blew that thing. That's weird. VAC voltage. Well, I don't know. That spark may have burned out that wow. Okay, be back.